The long aftermath. After the war, former Confederates and their supporters began shaping a narrative that explained the defeat in the most flattering way possible. Over time, this became known as the Lost Cause. In this version of history, the Confederacy hadn't fought to preserve slavery. It had fought for honour, tradition, and states' rights. Confederate generals became tragic heroes. The South became the noble underdog, and the people who had been enslaved, the actual centre of the war's moral and political crisis, were pushed to the edge of the frame like background characters. This story was reinforced through speeches, memoirs, veterans' organisations, school materials and public symbolism. Confederate monuments went up across the South, especially in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, turning public spaces into permanent reminders of who was being honoured and who was being ignored. It was history turned into architecture, so you didn't even have to open a book to get the message. And once you control the story, you control the meaning of the war itself. The Lost Cause narrative helped justify the political comeback that had already happened. It gave Southern leaders a way to frame Reconstruction as oppression instead of reform. It softened rebellion into misunderstanding. It turned defeat into dignity, and it made it easier to defend a new system of racial control that emerged after Reconstruction collapsed. So when people ask what happened to the Confederates after they lost, the answer goes way beyond surrender and parole papers. But their most successful move came after the last battle, after the last election, after the last federal troops pulled back. They made sure the next generations would hear a version of the story where the Confederacy didn't die in shame, it died as a legend.